I'm going to open that up in a new tab. We'll scroll down and we'll select the latest recommended version of Disqus. I'll copy the link address and go back to our site and we'll install a new module. I'll paste in the URL and click install. Now I'll enable it and click install. If we go back to the install instructions, let's configure it to use the short name. Now, if you're following along, this will be a little bit different for you because you'll need a unique name. And then it also says that we need to make sure that the view Disqus comments permission is enabled. Okay, let's go back here. I'm going to use Coffee to go to the Disqus settings. Here's our short name. I'll paste in Magnificent, and we'll leave everything at the defaults for now. And I'll click Save Configuration. Now we need to add a permission, so we'll go to People and Permissions. I'm going to do a browser search for Disqus. Okay, here we go. So view Disqus comments. Let's add that for anonymous users and authenticated users. In this case, viewing it means also being able to post if they have a Disqus account. We'll go down to the bottom and click Save Permissions. And now the last thing we need to do is add a Disqus comment field. Disqus uses fields just like the core comment module does. So let's go to Structure, Content Types, Blog Entry, Manage Fields. And let's add a field. We'll select a Disqus comment type. We'll call this comments, but we'll edit the machine name to be test Disqus comments. I'll click save and continue. We only need one value, so we'll click save field settings. We can leave everything at the default, and let's click save settings again. And now let's go back to our page as an anonymous user and refresh. And if you scroll down, you can see a quick loading of the comment form. It might be a little hard to tell, but the Disqus block is right here, and then our native comment form is right here. Let's add a comment. So if I'm not logged in, I can choose to log in with these various services. Right now, because this is an anonymous window, I'm not logged in as the account I just created in Disqus. So I'll log in with Disqus. It opens up a pop-up. I'll enter my username and password, click login, and now this lets me post. And it says Magnificent requires you to verify your email address before posting. So I went ahead and verified it. Let's try to post again. And bam, here's our comment. So there's some really nice features here that make Disqus a compelling option. I think for most people, the main deal breaker will be the fact that the comments aren't being indexed by search engines. One other advantage I didn't mention was that when a comment is submitted and it's not your own account, you'll get an email saying that it's been submitted and give you the option through your email to moderate it. So you can say that you want to delete it or you can mark it as spam simply through an email response. And that's a feature that I appreciate. If you want to moderate comments by default in Disqus, you can do that. Let's go back to our Disqus account, and in our settings, we can go to Community. And under pre-moderation, we can select all. This means that when a user submits a comment, they'll get a message saying that their comment needs to be approved, and then you can approve it through your email. For now, let's stick to native Drupal comments. So I'm going to remove the Disqus field. We should be in our Manage Fields page for our blog entry type, and let's delete our Disqus comment field.